Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 41 of my gameplay series in No Man's Land. If this is what you're looking for, then please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back to No Man's Land. So we had that pretty good set of excitement there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed how I did that last episode. Again, I'm recording ahead of time, so that one hasn't come out yet since I'm doing this one, but our barley field's finished up here. The straw's a little off, but that's because I just wanted to make sure I got it all, so just ignore that. It just is what it is. So we'll get the rest of the barley unloaded into this trailer here, or we get the combine stowed away. But that field's plowed. Did that, I guess, is it required plowing? Yeah, that's right, it required plowing. So we need to lime that field. And always everything else looks good. Yep, okay, so we'll need to just get some lime thrown down on that field, but not a big deal. This episode, well, we gotta finish up mowing that, I guess, that little last section, and get the grass picked up and put away as silage. I'm still gonna wait until I see what you guys think about doing the fermenter for the silage. Yeah, still waiting on that. Before I do that, I'm gonna definitely wait for your guys' opinions on that. Just because I'm curious to know. If we look at our animals are all doing fine. We need to get those pigs delivered to that farmer. We'll probably be able to do another load of sheep today, which would be awesome. Well, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, and then at 10 a.m., if you remember, we have a load of, or not a load of fertilizer coming, a load of fertilizer being picked up, and then we'll receive payment for that at around that time. Let's get this guy unfolded here. Perfect, and then we'll get this guy parked. Probably fold up the combine as well, since we are essentially done with our harvest. Finally, now we've got the barley done, since I forgot about it. So we do want to get some sugarcane planted, I think, today as well. I think that's going to be one of the things we need to get going, since we have that contract for the sweet shop where they need all AKA Mom and Pa's country store, or whatever you want to call it, depending on, yeah, Terry's shop needs some sugarcane. So we need to get that going to him. But, yeah, so we'll get that rolling. I think what else we got going on. Always forget something. Always forget something from the previous episode. I'm like, oh, I need to get that going. Yeah, we'll just keep caring for our animals. They're producing milk. Everything's going well, so. Pour a little bit. There we go. Okay. And we're stuck here, so let's hop into. Sure, that'll work. International, you're good to go. That's actually what we should have done, is just hopped over here. We can get this finished up. I think he only mowed, because he was a worker, so I think he didn't mow the center stretch, which isn't, that's not a big deal. I'm not going to go back and redo it. It's not going to change that much. So, I mean, we'll keep going, mowing the rest of it that way, the right way, but otherwise it's not that big of a deal. Okay, grass is mowed. Let's get these guys. Hold it up. Let's actually hop over here and see what we got for barley. So this is, oh, actually, you know what? We may get chickens going. That's the other thing I meant to mention. Chickens is what we're probably going to want to get going. This should be plenty to get us going on chickens to start with. So we'll go over to that chicken dealer place and buy some chickens today, probably. So that'd be pretty exciting if we do that. This episode may not have, just forewarning, I do apologize. I am recording this ahead of time, and I mentioned this in my Sandy Bay episodes. I had some family come over, so I didn't get as much time to record this weekend as I would have anticipated, which is fine. I think I need to spend time with my family. It's very important to me, so and I don't think you guys will have any issues with that either. So there's the episode may be slightly shorter or longer, who knows. It seems like when I say it's shorter, it's gonna be longer. I feel like I put that warning in almost every episode. I'm like, yeah, sorry guys, gonna be a short one, and then the episode's the same length as it always is. Oh, I just like to provide you guys with what you want. That's all. That's my only goal, and I try to do that as best I can. Sometimes I can't accomplish it, but I do try to do that. Okay, straw. Yeah, are we gonna bale it? I mean, it's bale it or pellet it, really. I do want to get a pelleter eventually, but I think we'll bale it. Yeah, we could use some more straw bales. It won't hurt us too bad to have those extra ones sitting in there. So Yeah, we'll probably bail that. Let's go hook up to the baler. I don't want to back up to it, though. It's going to take me forever to get there. Drive over this way and get hooked up to that. So yeah, if we can get that baled, to get the grass collected, to get it fermented so we can sell the grass tomorrow, get chickens going. Okay, yeah, so now we do have a lot of stuff to do today, which is fine. That's the way it should be. That's the way we want it to be. We'll see if we end up planting sugar. Oops. I'm sure we'll get the sugar cane planted today. There's no reason not to. Oh, look, we were doing straw before. Perfect. It all works out. I'm just going to let you sit here for now. Let's hop over here because I want to get... Let's get this stuff stowed away. Let's get the mower stowed away. And then what I'm going to do is send this guy using auto drive into town and have it pick up a sugarcane planter, which 70,000 liters of sugarcane we probably can get off of this one field right here. But the good news about sugarcane is if we don't get it off of this one field, we'll just let it regrow and then we'll get it off of the next harvest. So I think we're going to do this field here with sugarcane. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then other crops that we're going to grow. We may just do a round of soy. Get a good soy harvest in again. We have some soy sitting in the silo still. So we're good on barley, oats. So yeah, we have a little bit of soy sitting in there. The corn, we need to feed some of the corn to the pigs. Sugar beets we may not do anything with. We may end up selling those or doing something else. But yeah, so we get the sugar cane going. Anything else we want to get growing? I just want to make sure. Nothing crazy. Okay. Yeah, I think we may just do a round of soy then on the other fields just to get us some kind of a cash crop rolling, if you will. That way we have just some extra income that is pending, impending. Yeah, however you want to phrase that. But yeah, have some extra income on the roll or on its way in. So that will be helpful for us. Our last, I mean, because we're getting, what are we getting? $80,000 per trailer of soy once we get the price just right. So I mean, that's a good amount of income. If there's any purchases you think we should make, let me know. I think one of our purchases is I think we are going to buy the farmer crop massa here that we've been using. I think that's what we're going to do. So this is, let me pull up my sheet here, move some junk out of the way on my desk. So this is day, well, we went through another night. So this is day 6 of our Massey trial. So we have today and tomorrow with the Massey trial. And the animal dealer is going to be repaired. I think they're going to work on it today and tomorrow. Then that third day it should be done. So that'll be nice to have that going. But let's send this guy down to the store. And I think I do have to load up. It does not like to save. Perfect. All right, I can send you. That's right, I gotta exit out. No Man's Land kind of has like it's a little glitchy with auto drive. Most maps you don't have to load it every time you come in, but No Man's Land it's important to save and then you have to load it up every time. So, all right, they're working on that. So we have baling to do, grass to collect. We got stuff to do, so we'll be fine. I mean, we'd be fine one way or another, but you know what? Actually, let's get some deliveries done. I'm not worried about the bales. We'll get to the bales. Let's get some deliveries done. By deliveries, I mean, let's get those pigs delivered. I want to get those out of there. That way the pigs can actually be productive versus just sitting there. Since we're not making a ton on the pigs anyways. So let's get that rolling. We're going to take him up to that farmer, if you remember where he's at. And by taking him up to that farmer, I mean we're going to have to take him to the No Man's Land store because that's the only place we can, technically speaking, get rid of the pigs out of the trailer. But it'll be fine. We'll make it all work out. So, yeah. We'll make it happen. All right, let's pull up here. Load up. So I can just go until it's full. Firm. And pigs. Perfect. I don't know why I'm driving through the field. Maybe because I want to. I don't know. But, yep. How are we doing on... I keep hitting Alt-S to try to pull up the animals. So, yep. Now they're good. They'll be going here in a second. 20,000 liters of manure. 14,000. Lots of slurry. Lots of milk. Good Lord. That is a lot of milk. They're producing really, really well for us. Milk prices. What are those looking at, actually? We do have a trailer that can haul milk, so I'm more inclined to be willing to sell milk. Or did I pass it? I think I did. More inclined to sell milk. 1768. Holy cow. FCS sell point is really over the edge there. The dairy's at 1292. Yeah, so we can sell that to there. I'm gonna say we can only sell maybe 10,000 liters a day to that price, which I mean that's probably more than what we'd be able to sell anyways, but that's a really good price. Yeah, that's some premium milk prices there. And I know you can sell it from there, and thank you to, I think it was Terry that commented saying, hey, you can do that. So I appreciate that. Let me know about that. So I'm just gonna auto drive this guy over to the NML store. Get him over to where my track kind of is going. Okay, and then let's actually, well, you guys are here. Let's go pull up and look at sugarcane technology. So again, I think, yeah, we're just gonna lease this guy. There's no sense in going crazy. Well, what's the lease cost on that? Yeah, $4,300 versus, yeah, $1,632. Even if it takes us 3 hours with this will be cheaper than the other one. So let's go ahead. Oh, now buy. We need to lease that. Yes. Okay. Let that load, and then pallets of stuff. The sugarcane pallet, right? Yeah, so 2,000 liters of sugarcane. It's way cheaper to do that. So let's go ahead and buy that, which we're probably gonna need 2 pallets of it, but we'll start with 1. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the sugarcane planter set up to get them going here. We'll look at chickens in a little bit after we get the pigs delivered, but that's kind of where we're set up, where we're going, what our plan is today. So hopefully we can get some of that going on. So I'll start getting some of it working, maybe get some of the baling done, some other stuff around the farm. So yep, just kind of a little bit of busy work, essentially, maybe you'd call it. I don't know, kind of, you call it whatever you want, but yeah, I'll keep working on that. All right, so just a quick update for you guys. So here we are planting sugarcane. This thing does hold 2 pallets. It holds 4,000 liters of sugarcane, just sugarcane. Yeah, so anyhow, I bought a second pallet already for it and put it in here. I'm gonna have to even use more than that. What I realized after I started, and I'm so bummed I didn't do this, for fertilizer, this thing has a fertilizer tank on the side, and over in the bottom right hand corner you can see a 0% there. It does liquid fertilizer as it goes, so that's my bad. I should have done that so we had a fertilizer state right off the bat, but it'll be fine. We'll get it where it needs to be. So it's going on that. I'll hop out over here. They did pick up the fertilizer, so if we go into the menu here and look at our liquid fertilizer, it's way down. It was way up at 48,000 something. So we're gonna go ahead and accept payment for that. So that was $28,980, and then we also delivered our 20 pigs, so we're gonna accept payment for that, 10,000. Okay. What else we got going on? Oh yes, let me show you this real quick, guys. So we did sell pigs to Ome Couscous, and here is the pigs going in and being delivered right there. So he said he'll take good care of them, which I'm sure he will, but there you have it. His pigs the pigs that we shipped him are getting delivered there, which is awesome. So just wanted to share that with you guys. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. What else do I have to note here for you guys? Make sure I mention everything I need to. So I called Farmer Crop Supply, and they delivered us 24,000 liters of lime, which we can actually just go put away now. And the reason being because, well, I went to go lime that field over there, and we ran out. So we had a little bit left in the spreader, which I spread it on the field already, but then we didn't have anything past that. So yeah, we definitely need to get some more lime. So they were able to deliver that. This was $4,859, which is about $202 per 1,000 liters. So definitely a great deal for us, and free delivery. So that worked out pretty well for us as well. Get this guy up over here to get it dumping in. Perfect. And I also talked to them, so they're gonna ship us, I needed more sugarcane pallets to get our field done, so they're gonna deliver 2 more sugarcane pallets, and they're gonna deliver 4 herbicide tanks for us, and the only reason being not because we're like necessarily out, but we're a little low maybe. If we go over to, where's herbicide at? Right here. We only have 6,500 liters in there, so we might as well just get another load over here, just a few of them, just to kind of top us up, just because we are using it slowly. So I was just kind of looking. We're pretty good on everything else, so that's the one thing we just need a little bit extra on. But so they're gonna get that delivered for us. But other than that, we are planting sugarcane. Oops, let's go over here. Planting sugarcane here. Again, that's what's left to lime that. I'll get another fertilizer state thrown on. I'll end up doing massive fertilizing, getting all these fields fertilized and good to go where they need to be. But yeah, so it's all going well. It's a slow but steady progress. We're making progress today. So I did bump up the speed on the clock a little bit, but that's fine. And I left the trailer there because I think I am, regardless of how the sheep turn out, I think I'm going to ship 10 more today, just to get those going out so we can help work on wrapping up. And I might even just ship the full 13 today just to wrap up that contract there. So let's get this guy to FCS. Boom. All right. He's going to head back and they'll pick up our pallets of stuff that we need. Now that I have a tractor free, I'm going to start working on getting the straw taken care of. So, yeah, that's just kind of where we're sitting. I just wanted to give you guys an update on how we're doing. We're doing well, so no concerns here. We're just kind of catching up on the farming aspect of things going on around here, and we're doing good on money. So, I'm thinking about upgrading the slurry spreader today. I think that might be something I buy as well. Well, you know what? Let's just go and get one. Let's just buy one. I think it'll be worthwhile for us. I mean, in the long run, absolutely. I think I'm going to get this guy just because it's 12 meters versus 9. It bumps us up a little bit. It's a little bit bigger tank. It's pretty reasonably priced. So I think that's kind of just the next step up. So I think we're going to buy that guy. Transport or Nokian. The Nokian says they're narrows. So we'll go with that. And it's only $500 more. So 63,000. Ooh, yeah. But that also means we can sell our small one as well. So I'll get the small one sold. Yeah, it's right over there. Okay. And then I'll send in to pick up that one. Does this one have digestate in it? I want to say it does. Oop, I had it for a second there. It does. Okay, so this you actually, for whatever reason, can't unload from this into the storage, but we can unload from this into this trailer here. So we're going to pull up. Oh, I say that now, it's not going to work. Can I pull it into that trailer? I think that's what it is. I can load the other trailer from that. It's all complicated, but we'll get it figured out. And I do use this trailer pretty regularly when we're doing our fields, just because I can load. Oh, I swore I could have gotten that out. Well, what's going to end up happening then is I'm going to spread what's in it. And then after I spread what's in it, I will sell it, go pick up the other one. Maybe not necessarily in that order, but we'll get it going and then we'll get it sold off. So, and we're still sitting almost up at 300,000. We'll be up over 300,000 when we sell this guy. So it'll all work out for us. Be kind of what we're looking for. I do apologize too. So, in Sandy Bay episode 35, I totally forgot to tell a police story. Completely forgot. Just oblivious. And then in Sandy Bay episode 36, I said, okay, I need to tell a police story, which episode 36 comes out tomorrow as you guys are watching this, possibly depending on when you watch it. But and I said in that episode, I was like, I need to tell you guys a police story because I forgot to in 35, but I completely forgot. So I do apologize about that. The Sandy Bay crowd, if you're only watching that, then you're not watching this. But if you're watching that and you're like, where the heck are the police stories? I do apologize. That's definitely my fault. So actually, I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm gonna send this guy in to go pick up the other one. That way we just have it at the farm and we're set to go with it. So all right, that's just a quick update for you guys about how we're doing. Yeah, you keep going. Okay, perfect. So everything's going well. We're just cracking on getting stuff done. So that's kind of where we're sitting. So once again, not a lot of time has passed, but we got our delivery, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get some of that put away real quick. I also ordered a couple other things that I thought would be handy for us. We need to go get the sugarcane planter going again, which actually, I'm curious how many hours we put on that thing so far. Garage. Oh, we need to go to leased items. 0.4. Oh, we're gonna be able to do that, I think, in an hour maybe. We're lucky. If we're lucky. Maybe you're pushing a little bit. So it's just under halfway done. So it's almost halfway done and it stopped. And that's why I decided to order 3 pallets of sugarcane because I think that'll get us just over with a little bit extra. There's our 4 herbicide. And then I also ordered these guys because our baler takes twine. So I have our baler set up over there. It's not necessarily low or out yet, but I figured just while they're here. So those are expensive. They're $3,000 a pallet, but now we have them, so we're stocked up with all that, so we're good to go. Another thing before I forget it, if you remember from last episode when we had the fire over there, that ladder truck that was over there was something that Marijuana Mayhem contacted me over my Discord server and sent a link to that over as a mod. So I do appreciate that. Thank you for finding that. That was a fantastic addition, so I just wanted to give you a shout out for that, so I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're sitting. Let's get some of the stuff put away. I think I'm gonna put the baler twine kind of in the back of the shed over there, where we keep the baler. Just 'cause that makes sense. And I don't really want the twine sitting outside in the open, so. All right, this should load up just by doing this. I pull up next to it and then should be able to hop out. I think super strength's on for me doing the delivery and loading all that stuff up. Yeah, let's turn that off. Okay, yeah, we should be able to just load up from there. Perfect. Yeah, so 2,000 liters. This thing holds what, 4,000 total. So, and I know I could put liquid fertilizer in there and get half of it done, but that's just, I don't really want to try to play. I like to do it all in stages, so I like to have it all done at the same time. I don't like to have it like partially fertilizing and stuff. That's why I try to like make sure the seeders don't run out of fertilizer halfway through a field. That's probably one of my biggest pet peeves ever. So that drives me crazy. All right, let's grab this one. Perfect. I do love this. It's the big bag handler, but it works well for essentially anything you want to use it for. With those straps on there, so very useful tool. Only 300 bucks too, so fantastic. Recommend that mod. That's part of the CSZ equipment pack, which honestly, that mod in general, I don't know what you're doing if you're not running that, because that thing has so many different adapters and attachers and whatnot that it's fantastic. So, all right, he's gonna keep going on that. It is a slow process though. I mean, it's a one billet planter, so that thing is just cooking very slow. Oh, but it works. Let's see if we can't grab both of these at once. Give us a little effort. I did slow the clock back down, just because we got a lot going on. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That's awesome. It's also a good thing about this. You can grab way more than you want sometimes. All right, let's get these guys put away. So I've been parking the baler on the end is what I've been doing. Right about there, that'll work. And I think we should be able to load it up from there too, so that'll be nice. I love the detail that Kyle puts on these, like the Farmer Crop Supply Co., the labels on every single one of these. Am I still... Can I move those normally? Well, that's off, so I guess you can. Well, we didn't have to do that, but... Interesting. I guess baling twine really isn't that heavy, but still, all right, that works for me. And we'll use a whatchamacallit, gosh, we'll use our tanker to load up the rest of that stuff. And actually, let me park you here because I don't have anything for you to do right now. Well, yeah, at least for the time being, just set up here with the fertilizer, or not the fertilizer, the big bag handler, so you can load up that if needed. The other thing we're gonna do real quick, this guy, and I haven't used the other trailer yet, but I want to use this guy, so we're gonna get this guy unfolded and going, just to get a layer of fertilizer out on our grass field, since our grass field's what's growing. We will definitely need to use big tractors with this guy. This thing's freaking awesome. Okay, I know I haven't picked up the grass yet, so this is probably frowned upon, but it'll all work out. If it bothers you, just look away. All right, let's back up here. I feel like that's a more controlled spread, so I feel like we're actually using a little bit less digestate. It also could be in a figment of my imagination, but I swear we're using less. I know the tank's bigger, but I think it's dropping at a lower rate than it was in the other one we were using. So actually, that's what we can do over here. We can get this guy to spread the remaining from this tank over here. We might as well do this field right here. We can just do this first part of it. This isn't going to have enough to finish this field by any means. Perfect, doing that. Just like that. Awesome. And we did get this field limed, so that's getting fertilizer. That's getting it. It almost looks like they're the same width, but we know this one's a little bit longer. I know it's overlapped a little bit, so that one it'll show up more in the second swath of things. But yeah, so here's kind of where we're sitting. I just want to give you guys an update, and of course, you had to be there when anytime we try out a new piece of equipment like this guy right here. You have to be here for that. So I still need to get straw baled. I'm kind of just, since the farmer crop Massey is tied up doing sugarcane, because that's such a big planter, it's kind of just me fighting for a big tractor to be able to get stuff done. So after this guy's done doing this field, we'll probably get baling going and get this stuff picked up off of this field so we can get that rolling. In seasons, obviously, it's a little bit higher priority than it is in regular gameplay, so I've kind of put it a little bit on the back burner, which is maybe not the best thing, but hey, it all works out, so all right. And actually, you know what? While I have you guys here, let's just do this real quick. I don't know where this is going to put us. Oh, right here. Perfect. Okay, that's right, because we loaded up a new game, or loaded into the game the first time today. It's all working well. You might actually overrule that guy. I actually need to fix that real quick. By overrule, I mean he's going to pass. Yeah, he is going to pass him, so let me just hire you. You just wait until he catches up a little bit. All right, now we can go into here. Not landscape, but let's add our chicken coop. We are going to do the large one because go big or go home. That was what we're going to do, right? Yeah, that was what we're going to do. Okay. So I did say back here, didn't I? Kind of set back into there. We are going to sell the pigs eventually, so I'm going to angle it more towards the pigs, which that's kind of, well, I don't want those triggers maybe to overlap though. That's the only trick there. So actually, we could do this though. We wanted to avoid the trigger overlap. We can get this right up on the pigs, and then that could be better. I actually could back it into the corner a little bit more too. So we still have some room to move around. We can get that right up in there then. And yeah, that's going to be hard to get to pigs to sell them, I know, but it'll be okay. And I know, well, I don't want to cover up our road there. I kind of like that road being there. So let's do this, which I know is still going to make it hard for pigs to be sold and for us to feed them, but we'll just do. But that didn't do what I wanted it to at all. Okay, maybe I should have terraformed first. I mean, obviously I should have now that I look at that, but we can fix it. I know I'm banned from the landscaping tool still, but do this, and then this is the level we want to be on, so did clean up the pig area though, that's for sure. Don't have to worry about that now. Nice, okay. Destroyed our road. Oh, nope. Wrong level there, buddy. Nice and slow and steady wins the race here for this one. I probably can bump that up a size. As I said, slow and steady wins the race. Now I'm like, no, we need to go faster. Okay, let's get back out over, oh geez, as close as I am into there. Okay. This part's going to be the trick because I don't want those, because I don't want to get those triggers low like that is the problem. That kind of has to be there. This can be lower though. And this section by the cows can be that lower height, lower level as well. Actually, I want that probably more up at that level. Now we'll just do get that all smoothed out. Perfect. All right, now we can do some painting to get this back to how it should be. X. What dirt do I have been using? That one will work for the time being. Oh, that's right. They need water. That's right, with the animal extension on there. So we do have to water them, which is no big deal. We're just going to invest in the water like we do normally. Get that going. Get this path going back that way. Oh gosh, sorry guys, it looks atrocious. I know, it's because I touched the landscaping tool. That's what happens when I touch it. So only bad things happen when Farmer Cup touches the landscaping tool, as you guys all have seen and you all know, and it's very, very true. Okay, and that just looks kind of barren, so let's get some grass in there. Yeah, here's where we're really gonna ruin it. I didn't want that section to be grass, but that's okay. Actually, I might still do just a square there. That's too far, so we'll do that. Yeah, it looks decent. So those look more like, I don't know, they look less like they are accidents. That's what I want to say, I guess. There. Okay. That's it's acceptable. It'll look better when the pig pen's gone. So yeah, until it's gone, it's just it works. Just bear with me. We're just trying to use do the most with our land. I feel like I just have to justify myself. But okay. So that's done. That's put in. We'll end up buying some pigs, or not pigs. Jeez, we're not buying any more pigs. That is for darn sure. We will end up selling, or not. I can't talk today, guys. I have no idea what's going on with me. So I do apologize about that. But look at that. How much of that field he got done? That one would have not nowhere near that much done. So that's awesome. We will end up buying chickens today. They shouldn't show up yet. It's not gonna show up yet. We'll probably end up. Again, we're probably just going to ship those 13 just so we don't have to worry about that. And then they'll slowly reproduce and whatnot. I'm not too worried about the sheep. They're pretty passive, quite honestly, and pretty easy to deal with. So, all right, folks, that is what I have for you. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and that's about all I can do. So, sorry for the disasters that keep coming, but I promised you this will be an exciting gameplay series, even continuing on from, what are we on, episode 41 now? So, it'll just get more and more exciting. Are we on episode 40? 40 or 41? I gotta look over here. 41. Okay, this is 41. All right. Anyhow, I'll see you guys later on. All right, folks, just an update for you. So, a couple things. I sold the small slurry spreader for 15,614. If we go into here, I delivered 13 sheep. So we got all the ones going to CB Gamer. Those are all gone. I did a bunch of digestate deliveries where I brought a bunch of digestate back over to the farm into our storage, but even having said that, we've burned through quite a bit of it. If we go to here, we only have 73,000 liters left. Okay, and then I put the herbicide that was out away. I also collected all the bales off the field. There was 20 of them, so they're over in the bale barn, 20 straw bales. And I got all the grass off the field over there and put it into the bunker cell. So we had about 140,000 liters in there that's covered. If we go into the map here, sugarcane, soy, grass, obviously soy and soy. So it's all planted, all fertilized. The sugarcane just needs another fertilizer state. So I have this guy set up good to go with the manure spreader, which this guy actually has been doing fantastic. This thing can pull this thing no problem, even though it doesn't even meet the horsepower requirement, but it's been pulling it like even up the hills and stuff on the fields at the full working speed. So that's been doing great, but that's about all we have left as far as field work goes. So I think we're gonna go ahead and take care of the animals and then go get some chickens. So pig wise, let's go ahead and bring our corn over to them. We're gonna keep the wheat or the barley that we have because we need it for our chickens, so we're not gonna worry about that yet. And then I think we'll get some straw put out for both, and then we'll probably turn the water on for both there. And the sheep we're probably not gonna do anything with. They're fine. I haven't cleaned them up. I just picked up their grass for silage, and then they're clean actually as well. We'll probably need to clean up the cows a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Let's hop back over to... No. There we go. All right, let's grab some corn, get that over to the pigs. I think we have, we have quite a bit. So I can't remember how much we have exactly, but we have oats, barley. Okay, we have a fair amount of that. We might even put some of our barley in with our pigs, just because we may not need that much for chickens. We'll probably end up growing some more anyways, but yeah, we'll just kind of see what happens, play it by ear. But I think all the corn is not going to fit in here, which is going to be a little bit frustrating. Actually, I think we had just over what would fit. We're sure going to have like something ridiculously small in the silo for corn. Yeah, 37 liters. Of course. Well, let's get this put in there, and then we'll go get that 37 liters, and we'll get that put in there. Oh man. Sorry for the two back-to-back Sandy Bay episodes. I just wasn't able to get this done. I had family and stuff in town, and I was spending time with them. And then work schedule's been crazy, but now I'm able to finish this episode because some of the work schedule changed back to normal. We're gonna fit back here. That's what we did the chickens. I mean, there's only one way to find out. But so yeah, now it's adjusting back to normal. They changed it around twice this week, so that's what it is. And again, I'm not really worried about this tightness because eventually we're gonna get rid of the pigs. And I probably could have backed in easier, but if they can get this guy in here, then I'm not too worried about it. All right, pigs. Oh yeah, that thing's filling up. They don't even need any sugar beets still, so we're not even gonna worry about that. Pigs. Perfect. Corn is pretty much good, so we'll throw in some more corn. Yeah. I mean, we're still going to have the pigs for a while, I feel like, just because it is going to take a while for... Or do they need water? Pigs one of the ones that need a water. Yeah, we'll get out and just hop. I know we're going to come back with more corn in a second, but just so I don't forget, and that'll start filling up. Okay. Well, we should pay for... Yeah, let's get that going real quick, too. Just for the chickens, we should pay for the pipe. So we're going to have to throw water in there at first. 3,100. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So that will get going, hopefully. Is this? That's not their water. Their water's over here. So they're not... We're going to start working on it yet, but... that water? Yeah, that's the water one. It's hard to tell with the chickens just because they're so small, but... Okay, sweet. So, in the meantime, we'll just bring them some water over as well. Yeah, so it won't be that big of a deal. You have a lot of potatoes gathering up. Not sure if we're going to sell milk. I'm still kind of on the edge about it, but I'm sure the thumbnail for this one's going to be the chickens, but we're going to park this because we're going to use a small trailer for the corn real quick, and then the reason we're going to use a small trailer is because I'm going to load it up with some barley, so that when we get the chickens over here, we can get them good. Oh, we need to pick up some of those egg pallets. Yeah, we need to pick up some of those because I really don't want to have to deal with a bunch of egg boxes. Egg pellets are just so much easier to deal with, so we do need to get those picked up. But let's get the remaining 37 liters of corn. Just a little riblet of corn in there. Oh, that's funny. I can't believe that. We probably will do another corn silage harvest at some point soon, but I think we are going to get the fermenter, I think, is what... from what you guys have said. So I got kind of a unique ability. I started this episode out when I didn't have all your comments from the last one, but now that I'm recording like 2 days after I started recording this episode, because I finally had time to do stuff again, you guys all commented, so it's good to go now. But yeah, so now I know that at least 2 of you commented saying you should get the fermenter, and no one commented in opposition to the fermenter, so I think we'll get it, because I think it'll just be easier to do more silage quicker if we have the... Ooh, I want to turn in here. If we have the fermenter, so I think it'll just make our lives a little bit easier. I will talk about some police stuff in this episode. I don't think anything is going to be added to the town this episode. Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to do that, and then I'm not going to do any probably police role play in this one, just because I want to make sure I get a good episode out to you guys, and we had a lot of farming kind of stuff to do in this episode, so we kind of needed to catch up on that a little bit, so yeah, cover that up so it's all good to go and safe from the elements until we actually get the chickens over there, which hopefully will be soon. But yeah, drop you off here-ish, will be fine. Perfect. Okay, we'll worry about the water when we get there, but let's go get... We need to get some egg pellets, what we need to get. We could, I guess, go buy the chickens real quick, just because I got you guys in, so maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just drive over, we'll buy the chickens real quick so you can see that, because that's going to be the cool part. That's the part that's just different and awesome. So we'll go buy the chickens real quick, and then I just won't put them into the pen yet until I get those egg pellets, so... I might take the small anchor and put it in the shed and then keep the slurry spreader out here. I'm kind of, I don't know, just kind of on the edge about it. I don't know which one I'm going to keep out, which one I'm going to keep in, so we'll just kind of have to see. But let's drive over and get some chickens. Oh man, this is the first time I've got to use this mod. We're probably going to open up the trailer in the back just so we can see how they're sitting in there, because they sit in there in little cages. It's so detailed. It is for PC only, unfortunately, but it is pretty cool. So and it's a recent update. But it says it does work on this trailer in the store, so hopefully that's actually true and this isn't going to cause issues. Oop, little lag there. But if it does cause issues, we'll figure that out. That baseball field looks ridiculous in the distance. Oh man. Yeah, some of the landscape doesn't it doesn't render in the right colors or shapes from a distance, but yeah, it's kind of funny. This is a bulk chicken feed that's on the side of that, but I'm sure it's probably fairly expensive. Okay. Let's unfold that guy. Nice. Ooh, there's more chickens here. Let's get... Do we need a rooster? I mean, I know in real life we need that, but for them to reproduce, I think we do. So let's get 8, 9, 10 roosters maybe, and we'll see how that goes. I don't think I have the ability to... So many enterings. Because you can fit so many. I think it's a crazy number. I think you can fit in there. It's... Oh. Okay. Well, it's whatever that number is. So we'll go ahead and confirm that. $4,500 for the chickens. They sit back. So we have 90 in there. I mean, they don't move. They're not animated, but that's so cool. They make noise when they're in the back. Oh, it's great. I'm so glad that someone modded the ability to transport chickens, because that definitely needed to happen. Just having to pay the fee, it's just, you just lost, it just cost so much, and you couldn't really sell chickens for really and make any money, but here you can sell them for 50 bucks a piece. So if you have a decent amount of them, I mean, this trailer full of chickens is 4,500 bucks. So yeah, I know it's not as much as like other animals, but you still can sell them if they're reproducing. So we have 10 roosters and 80 hens. So we'll see kind of how that plays out. I'm not sure how that is going to play out, but yeah, we'll see. It'll all work out, but I can't remember. I haven't done chickens in a little bit. I know in seasons, obviously, for them to reproduce, you need the rooster, but I don't know if regular gameplay, because some of the stuff isn't really as realistic. So yeah, I just don't know, but we'll get them just in case. What's the worst that could happen? Probably something terrible, because it's just kind of my luck, but I think this will work out for us. And sugarcane too takes a while to grow, so we'll probably end up harvesting and planting the other fields and harvesting them again probably before we get ready to harvest sugarcane. So it may be for a couple episodes before we get the sugarcane harvested, but it just kind of is one of those things that we have to wait on because it does take a while. So okay, we'll park you here. All right. Actually, I do want this to go pick up the pallets. This will work perfect. Okay, well, I'm gonna go pick up probably, if we go into the store, they're under pallets. It's these guys I'm talking about. So I think I'm gonna buy, what is this? That's nothing. Okay, I think I'm gonna buy, oh gosh, they're how much? 1,000? Let's just buy maybe 8 of them. 4, I think. Well, I'll buy the rest when I get up there. But anyhow, so I'm going to travel up. I'm going to pick up our egg pellets, and then I will bring you guys back in, I think, after that. All right, so it is time to get the chickens going. So I'm going to fill this guy up with water. I could have used our IBC tank, but I figured this would just get him topped up so we wouldn't have to worry about it for a while and probably only have to do one load. But as we do this, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of police things, I think would be an appropriate time for that now. So we're just going to drive into the water, just per normal. Hopefully perfect. Okay, yeah. So, some of the calls we deal with are obviously inherently dangerous or different or, you know, whatever the case may be. But one call in particular that I had, I think this was 8 months ago or so. I don't know exactly the date. It all kind of blends together. But this call was one where we actually had a lot of people working. It was when graveyard and swing shift was both on duty. This is back when we were doing 3 shifts. Right now we're only doing 2. We're going to go back to 3 shifts here in like a week or 2. But anyhow, so we have probably 8 officers working or so. So we have a fair amount on duty at the time. But so we get dispatched to a fight, but more than that, the report was that there's people fighting and outside the residence, or these people called saying there's people fighting outside the residence, and when they told them to stop fighting because they shouldn't be fighting, you know, or whatever the case may be, then one of the people in the fight brandished a pistol at them, essentially brandished a gun at them and kind of threatened them. So we obviously took that very seriously, and they said, okay, yeah, the person that threatened us went in the apartment across the hall from us. So we get there, and we probably had 6 police cars respond, and we're all getting out with our well, we need to hop out of this here, or disconnect that. But so we're all responding, just lights and sirens going, just blazing over to where it's at. And then we get there and we're all grabbing our rifles out of our car and everything. We set up perimeter around the apartment really quickly. And the good news is when you start pulling your, so it was on Greek Row since I work in a college town. So people were running away from us since we had our rifles out, which is perfect because we don't want them anywhere near us when we're trying to do our job and stuff like that. But anyhow, so we're so we're all running in with our rifles. We've all parked probably half a block away or so. When we get the place surrounded, so I'm on the front, I'm, you know, taking cover behind a car and I got my rifle pointed in at the apartment, and we're everyone's kind of all set up. And then a group of 3 officers went up after the rest of us had perimeter. Group of 4, sorry, went up. Someone had less lethal, then 2 people had rifles, 1 had a handgun out, and then they searched the apartment where the suspect was supposed to be. Couldn't find anyone, so they cleared out of there, and then we ended up starting investigating. But yeah, so we did eventually find out who it was, and we're able to get them. But yeah, so that's kind of crazy. Some of that stuff kind of happens that a lot of people kind of think of that as like stuff that they see on TV and whatnot, but no, that stuff does happen in real life. So yep, some of the stuff's a little bit crazier, but yeah, so that was an interesting call I had. Oh man, yep, that was a good one. I had another call too where I responded to a suicidal subject. Let's move those guys in there. Oh, not yet. Move. There we go. Confirm. Perfect. How much can that hold? It's like 400, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, I digress. So, yeah. So I get called to a suicidal subject having a knife, and I get there, and he's right outside the apartment building. He's got a knife. He's holding it in his hand. So I drew my gun and held it out, but I try not to let him see that I have my gun out, just because I didn't want to escalate the situation. But also too, it's like I'm not going to bring, you know, a taser to a knife fight. You know, I'm going to bring my gun to a knife fight. So I had my gun out, so I was ready, and I was able to talk him down, get him to put the knife down, walk towards me. I was able to take him into what's called protective custody, where I take him into the hospital where he can speak to a counselor and they can kind of get him some help if he's suicidal. So it all ended up working out well. But yes, that's some of the stuff that we deal with. In a college town, we deal with a lot more suicidal people, or a lot more people that need like help or that are in crisis. Which, if you really think about it, kind of makes sense. There's a lot of college kids there that haven't necessarily had experience, you know, being on their own or anything, and then you throw them in this situation where, you know, they're without mom and dad, you know, and they're alone, they're trying to make their own decisions and stuff, and something stressful happens and they don't necessarily know how to handle it on their own. So there's some of that happens. So we do end up dealing with a fair amount of that. Right now I'm just driving over to get some more chickens. I figure we can probably get another load of chickens in this episode, but after that I think we'll probably wrap up here soon. This episode might be a touch shorter. This one actually might be a touch shorter, but well, I don't know. I'm looking at my recording. I think we're sitting at like just over 40 minutes, 45 minutes maybe, but and then normally 50 to 55 minutes I think is my episode length normally. But yeah, so that's just a couple of stories for stuff that we kind of deal with on a regular basis sometimes. Guns getting pulled at fights isn't something that's super common, which is nice. I do like where I work because I don't deal with like hardcore criminals all the time, but I do deal with them enough where it kind of keeps you so you're ready for whatever. But you kind of always want to respond to every call as if you know it's going to be a big deal, and you kind of take every call super seriously. I think we're going to get 10 of these guys again, and then we'll buy the rest of these guys. Should be coming up here, and a little bit more. There we are. That's the full right. Okay, perfect. Confirm that. Actually, let's look in here at the menu. So nothing yet. Oh, we haven't fed them or done anything with them yet. Of course we're not doing anything yet. Well, we'll get these guys back. We'll get them taken care of. Another thing I forgot to do is we forgot to take care of the cows when I had you in last time. So we'll take care of those. Then once all the animals are kind of cared for, I think that's where we'll kind of wrap up the episode. But yep, we'll get water to the chickens, barley to the chickens, add more chickens, and then we'll get straw to the pigs and the cows. We'll clean up the cow pen. Yeah, and I think that's kind of where we'll sit. Do we have, cause I did make a few batches of TMR. Are they doing, they're doing okay. We're not going to feed them any TMR yet, I think, but we'll turn their water on, get them some straw, and get them cleaned up as well. So that way they're just kind of, they're taken care of and good to go. The next episode, I'm sure we'll start off kind of right about here, or right around where we we leave off here. And if you see our trees are growing pretty good, so hopefully we can do some forestry soon. I'm looking forward to that. So that'll probably be its own episode, as us just doing forestry and taking care of stuff there. I mean, we'll still do crops and stuff kind of in the background, get those growing, hire workers to kind of take care of the fields and stuff. But yeah, so that's the plan, is to get crops going as well. But it just kind of all depends on what we can get done. But I think we'll be able to get some of that stuff done. So, all right. I do like how we kind of have the setup here. I really like it. It's not super fancy, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. Next episode, we'll probably end up selling the bunker silo and getting a fermenter, which will be nice as well. But yeah. All right, let's get pulled up here. But yeah, those are the egg pellets. I put the other 4, if you can see up the top center of the screen over there in the shade. I put them over there just so they're kind of out of the way for now. All right. I'm gonna move you guys over. Sorry, you might be able to hear some of my clicking on this one, but it is what it is. And we're getting there. There we go. Confirm. Okay, so we should have 20 and 160, so that's 180. We still can put another, what, 240 in there? 220 in there. 220. Yeah, that's the math. Okay. Okay, so let's deconnect you for a second. There you go. I must have reconnected it immediately. Let's get you guys fed. Sorry, I think my voice I think is a little gravelly. At least it sounds like that to me. I don't know how it sounds for you, but it does for me. Ooh, how much are you guys gonna take? That is more than well, maybe not. That's a lot though. That's for 10 days though, so. I love how the gate's still open on the back and nothing's pouring out. I have the other tractor set up there with the straw blower, so we'll get to that in a second. Fuck up here. I don't know how much water they're going to take. No idea how much the chickens are going to take. I mean, it won't really matter once we get the pipes installed, but I'm wondering if they'll actually take this full amount or not. But well, they probably will take the full amount. They're looking at it. 9,000 liters, and then yeah, they're probably going to take pretty close to the full amount, if not. Yeah, they're going to have a little bit of space left in there. All right, well, I'll put all this stuff away in a bit. Let's get, actually, no, I don't need to do anything. Yeah, let's go hop over to this tractor. Straw for the pigs. I do love this straw blower. This thing is absolutely a beast. Just perfect. Just absolutely perfect. Shoot it pretty far, too. How much are you guys going to take? A fair amount. Okay. We have plenty of straw, though. I'm not too worried about that. So, and again, I don't think we're going to fill up the soy, canola, and sunflowers. I just don't think there's a point to it. They're still, I mean, that's only affecting them by 20%, so it's not that big of a deal. For as expensive as those crops are, I'd much rather sell them for how much they're actually worth. So, you guys took quite a fair amount of straw. 2 bales in a little bit. Cows are probably going to take. You guys are going to take a fair amount. You guys probably take 3 or 4 barrels, but we will see. Well, I open the door too, so when I adjust the straw thing, it also opens and closes the door. That's perfect. Alright, let's hop out and get your water real quick so that can start filling. Perfect. Fantastic. That mod where you can add the water spigot there, or whatever you want to call it, the water pipes, is absolutely amazing. That it really is kind of a game changer. And we have a small cow pen, so how much can that? I can't remember how many cows I can hold. Let me get this guy started back up again. There we go. Okay. Chicken coop, we have one of those, that's 400, so we have a lot more to put in there. So we have the small one, okay, 50 cows, and then that can do 200. Okay. I think eventually we'll get maybe even 1 or 2 of the large ones, like just to get a pretty big area, but we might expand out this way, kind of do more. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. That'll be definitely something in the future when we just kind of have the money for it right off the bat. So Must have been only a partial bale that we're using there. Perfect. Those guys are done. Yeah, so cows are cheap or good. Pigs are good. Chickens are fine. That's right, we just have to clean them up every so often. We'll probably just do the same thing or use the sweeper to clean them up. Cows need cleaning, so yeah, let's go get... Oh, I will do that in the next one. I'm looking at the time now, so we'll probably just wrap it up here. I mean, we could do it here, but there's no point in me just extending out the episode just so you guys can see me clean up the cows. So if you enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on your screen to join the channel. If you have anything you want to see in future videos, subscriber contracts, anything you want to mention or see it added to the town, just let me know down in the comments. But yeah, this has been Farmer Cop, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, and thank you for watching.